you guys see the reason why everything served. The name of this video, nah, I'm lying, it's not gonna be but I got to say, I don't know the name yet, but today is August 10th, 2021. From now on, I'm gonna start doing that. For every video, I'm just going, August 10th, 2021. The time now is 4:22 California time, PM. You got it. This is a recording. You feel me? It serves its purpose. Sometimes you don't know why you do certain things, but in the long run, it serves its purpose. Everything in the long run serves its purpose. Because we do things that we don't know the reason why we do the things that we do. And you think it's just saying the time. What does that mean? What it means that sometimes you might need your recording to save you from something. And on that specific day that you recorded, you must have set the time, and they could have accused you of being in the same place at the same time. And you look at me. Is it the time that I said? If you had a watch, you could probably show it. And it could probably match the significance of that day because it will make sense. You feel me? So that's why I say the time and the date and where I'm going and everything else like that. This is a recording. Because my life is just a movie, you feel me? People always lying on me, trying to betray me. They do these things because for some strange reason, they deem that I'm intelligent. So getting over on me spells that I'm stupid in their eye. They be like, yo, we just want to get over on him so we can demonize him into being stupid, you feel me? So just keeping small recordings like this and everything else in this moment in time, it might mean nothing, but in the long run it serves significance, you feel me? It might mean you try to look back on saying things and you're like, you know what, on this day, on July or on August this or September 9th, what was I doing during the September 9th tragedy? And you probably had a recording and you go back on that recording and be like, oh shit, this is what I was doing, you feel me? So these things serve their purpose, you feel me? Now, most people on the outside looking in might not understand it. And it's kind of funny, you're supposed to be on the outside looking in. You're supposed to have a different perspective because I'm in it and I'm the one involved in it. And yet, you on the outside watching it and you still can't get the perspective of the whole thing. That's because you have other people thinking for you. You have other people telling the story for you. You feel me? It's very hard for you to concept your own perspective about what you're looking at when somebody else have already stolen your first idea. They've already told you about who I am as a person. So you looking at me, you can only see it from what that person told you. If that person told you that I'm a dirtbag, the only thing you'll be looking for is just dirtbag activities. And you miss out on the necessary things that you need to pick up on. Because first impression is very, very important. So if somebody takes away your first impression of who I am and told you something bad about me, it's very hard for you to overlook that first impression because all you'll be looking for is what that person told you. Because your first impression of me is based on what that person told you. You haven't analyzed it yourself from your observation to see that this is what this person is. No, somebody already stole that idea from you. Forget about them. They're just jealous. They like the way the words add in together. They wish they were saying it like the way I say it, so they kind of get mad at it, and it's like the irritation of the soul itself. It's almost like a demon here in the scriptures in the Bible, and you just hear the shifting of the fucking evil, and basically that's what they're doing with their car, because their car is their personality. If they step out their car, it will be something separated from them. But since they're in the car and they're driving the car is part of who they are. So when they express their feelings, they're expressing their feelings through their car itself. So their car is them. So when they do, that's frustration. That's just them. You know what I mean? If the car can speak, then it will speak for them too. But the way the car's noise is what is they're expressing themselves through. You feel me? Everything has a language. If I was to drop a coin right now, you will hear a sound out of the coin. And out of that sound is the language of the coin itself. But it's not the coin that spoke the language. It is the metal that we so-called call that coin, because just like water, or just like fart, just like anything else, just like the movement of air and everything else, they all have their own sound. And we can take that sound and attach it to something like a metal, and we turn that metal and we make it round, and we put a value on it, and we tell that value that this is how much you're worth, and we can take that value to a store and buy something. But that coin itself came from something else, and that something else has its own language. So if I drop a coin on the floor and you hear ding, bing, bing, that sound is a sound of a metal dropping, and that's its language. Just like an engine, when an engine roars, it's not the engine that is roaring. It is the pressure of fire and metal. That's the language of it too. But I'm deviating and I'm going beyond same people knowledge. Hold on, I still got time, right? Yeah, I got 30 minutes. You feel me? I'm deviating. But the significance and everything. The significance of me even sitting here in this moment in time and showing you my surroundings and everything else, and this tall tree behind me, there's always a significance. Maybe in this moment in time, I may not understand what is going on, but it's always significant. There's people out there who will want to destroy you. You feel me? They will want to destroy you. They'll do everything in their power. You feel me? So it's up to you not to just sit there and allow it to be. You have to be collecting breadcrumbs. You feel me? And each breadcrumbs is going to add up to something tangible and significant that you can use for yourself. This is when the noise is coming. You feel me? There's noise coming from one side and the other side. We gonna let them pass, because it's not like they could just stay here and it eventually gotta pass. Yeah, them talk. This what happens when you start telling the truth, man. Because I'm pretty sure this neighborhood can be a testimony to that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this neighborhood can be a testimony to that. They haven't heard this much activities on this road in years or probably in decades. The reason why, because there's no need for any activities on this road in this decade. But every time I come around, it's a circuit. The clowns come around, you hear the sounds, and everybody else, they're trying to be distracted. But it's anything. It is anything that they would hold on to. Anyway, look, the significance. The significance of the things that you do every day, man. I know it's kind of fucked up that a person has to think like that. I know it's kind of fucked up that you have to, most things are based on trust. You feel me? You don't want to have the perspective to think that, damn, it's just a trip. It is just a walk. Or it's just this. That's what you want. That's a healthy person thinking. Like, you're like, damn, like, I'm just going to the store, nigga. Like, I'm just going to the store. I don't need my receipt. I don't need to look at my transactions. You feel me? But it's just the significance of that moment in time, the significance of the receipt, those transactions and everything else like that. Sometimes the posting of those transactions 2 days later and everything else like this. Everything has a purpose. Nothing happens by chance. You feel me? It's just how you utilize it. That's all. That's what I'm saying, my nigga. You dig? That's what I'm saying, man. Even if it doesn't happen, I know for a fact that I am right. You feel me? I know for a fact that I'm right. But it's all good. But when it's not like I'm not speaking down upon anybody. But yet people would take it very personal and act out or lash out in anger. The reason why they have to do these things because they feel guilty of something that they did that you have no control over. How can you be mad at me for something that you involve yourself in? You feel me? You can't be mad at me for that. This is something that you have to take ownership for. These are the same people that will preach to you about taking ownership, but when it comes to them taking ownership of the things that they do and the things that they involve in, they want to look at you and be mad at you as if you allowed them to do these things to you. I'm like, yo, that's why sometimes I don't even defend myself. I give people the chance to undo something that if you know that you're treating somebody bad, right? You know you treating somebody bad. You want that person to aggressively tell you to stop, or aggressively shove you, or aggressively act out in violence before you do it, before you stop. When you know what you're doing is bad. That's why they get mad at you when you don't fight back, because it's like they are mad at you for allowing them to do this to you, because internally the human spirit does not even want to do bad things. They don't. Although we are born aggressive, we're aggressive by nature. Every animal that comes out is aggressive by nature. The kids come out crying, aggressive by nature. Just because you're aggressive doesn't make you an evil person. So our spirit is internally good. And whenever we turn to do bad things, we tend to be mad at the person who allowed us to do the bad things to them. And that's just a childish behavior to look at it. You gotta take ownership for the shit. Be like, yo, man, you know what I mean? Like, stop being mad at the person who, it's just like a person, like even a serial killer. If you watch all those serial killer movies and everything else like that, the way they do their victims and everything else like that, you can tell that the serial killer, the way he murdered his victims, or any form of serial killer, the way they murder their victims is as if it's like, you were so easy that I'm mad at you for being that easy for me to get to capture and do that too. You feel me? Any crime. They don't read it like that, but when you take a look at the fine print of it, you can tell these people are mad at the person for allowing, they want somebody to stop them. Every serial killer always say this, or any serial liar, a serial cheater, a serial killer, any serial, whatever, serial blank, they always are mad at the victims. That's why they victim shame. That's why they victim blame. Because they mad at the victim for not making it hard for them to stop. They need a challenge to stop. You feel me? It's a sickness, my nigga. It really is. You can think about it. You can think about a serial cheater, a person who is always cheating. Usually, eventually, they get mad at the person that they with. They are mad at the person that they with. Like, damn, nigga, I need competition. I want you to stop me from cheating. You need to put fear in me so I wouldn't have to cheat. They can't find it within themselves to stop it. No, a serial hater, a serial liar is mad at the person that believes in a lie, who allows them. That's why parents who allow their kids to run rapid. Hold on, let me check the time again. Parents who allow their kids to run rapid, and the mother or the father or the guardian does not put discipline. Look at this bitch, man. I'm about to break her windows. We're gonna put on camera. All right. That's why parents who allow their kids to run rapid, who does not discipline their kids, who let their kids talk to them any and every how, always seem to have a problem with the kid. The kid seems to be undisciplined. The reason why the kid is undisciplined because the kid is fighting his soul. He doesn't understand what is happening, but his soul is fighting the parent that's allowing him or her to do what they're doing, because it's like, nigga, you supposed to put me in shape. You supposed to shape me up. Why are you allowing me to do these things to you? You feel me? It's like a narcissistical trait. But the way I look at it, I'm like, nobody should have to tell you what to. You know these things are internally wrong. Your soul gives you the evidence that you feel agitated by what you're doing to this person. But yet you still blame it on this person. You don't have the intelligence to stop yourself from doing it. You need a cop to tell you to stop. You need somebody older to step in and be like, hey, stop what you're doing. Why are you beating on this person? How come you can just find it within yourself to just stop on your own? Why must you be a kid? Why must one act in such ways? Every pass by was good. You still look good, baby girl. You driving my favorite car and no sexy ass. You feel me? Why must one act in certain ways like that? You feel me? Even a woman who cheats a lot, the woman is not mad at herself for cheating. You feel me? She mad at the person that she's with. They always blame it on the person that they're with. Even when a girl was cheating on me, she blame it on me. He's not this, he's not home, he's always working. He doesn't do this. They will blame it on you because it's like, it's not that they refuse to take ownership or anything else like that. Internally, they what do I call it? They analyze it or intercept it as, look, You are allowing me to do these things. You need to stop me from doing these things. That's why serial killer, like the Summer of Sam, and all these great serial killers usually play games with cops. Not because they playing a game with cops like, yo, you can't touch me, I'm untouchable and everything else. No, I need you to stop me from doing these things. That's what's going on. You feel me? And that's one thing I realized, and I gotta walk back slowly. And that's one thing I realized just dealing with my haters sometimes. It's like they are so mad at me, not cause they hate me. They mad at me because it was easy for them to join the party. It was so easy for them to join the party. It was like every state that I go to, somebody joins in. That's because these people are not strong enough to stop themselves from doing something that is easy. You feel me? It's only a few of us in between that can see something that is easy. We know it's internally wrong, but it's easy to do it. We're like, yeah, I'm gonna go try and do it. No, we be like, no, if it's wrong, it's wrong. It doesn't matter how easy it is. It's like a female who is drunk and she's laying naked somewhere else, and she probably look good, whatever, or she got a short miniskirt on, whatever, and you decided to take advantage of her, or she drunk in a club and you was like, I'm taking this girl home. Most men, a few men, I might add, maybe a couple men, a few in between, let me say that, will not take that approach. They'll be like, nah, that's wrong. I don't even like drunk bitches. But some niggas would just seek that opportunity and predators, and they will act on it. You feel me? They will act on it. They will just devour that individual. They will do it because they'll be like, well, she should have never put herself in that situation. I didn't give her no drink. She was careless. You feel me? The blaming on the victim again, knowing that that person was defenseless and you still took advantage of that person. And as a matter of fact, they create a habit of blaming victims by even making them more acceptable for it to be in that position. Anyway, I've talked enough. Double mint. We chewed enough. You feel me? But this is what it is, man. This is, y'all gotta understand the psychology of it all. You feel me? I understand the psychology of it all, that these people refuse to take ownership for the things that they're doing. They cannot accept it. Hey, wait a minute, I'm on the bridge. Literally. In between two worlds. They cannot accept it. This is the reason why they get mad at you. This is the reason why they literally have to torture you. These are serial, whatever you want to put it at the end of it. They torture you because they are in torture themselves. Because they constantly fighting themselves. It's like a battle of, please stop me from doing these things. You feel me? You seen the Summer of Sam. You seen serial killer movies. These are not just things that they make up and to make it sound cool. No, this is real. Like, this is a demon and the spirit fighting each other. You have the angels on one shoulder, and the other shoulder you have a good angel, and the other shoulder you have a bad angel. You feel me? Fighting within you. They both are you. You feel me? But they fighting. It's just the idea. It's just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's driving the nigga crazy. It's driving the human body crazy. You feel me? I had to devour my Domino's pizza. I can't help it, man. Feel me? Straight savage on that. I ain't gonna lie to you niggas. I didn't give a fuck what they did. Look, I gotta eat this. Feel me? They constantly will be mad at the people that allowed them to do the things that they know is internally wrong. They know that. Now they say a psychopath does not know what they're doing is right or wrong. I beg to differ. Because most of these people are psychopaths. They may not know how to understand what they're feeling, because most of the time we get feelings in our mind and we don't know what we're feeling, and we attach it to something that is familiar. And it could be a headache, and it could be your head hurting, and you might say it's a headache, but it could be something else more serious. So you'd be like, it's a headache, because you attach it to something that is common and understandable that you know of, because you're not an expert in how you feeling. But that's the same thing with emotions that goes back and forth in your body that you don't know how to intercept, or you don't even know how to explain it. And you're like, yo, what's going on? Then you attach it to something that's familiar to you that you know of. That's the same thing with they're a psychopath. You feel me? These people are serial haters, you could call that a serial cheater, serial liars, serial killers, or whatever you. I know they've killed. I know they've killed. And they'll never take ownership. Never will they ever take ownership. They'll always blame it on the victim. Look at what you made us do. That's what they'll say. Look at what you made us do. We are good people. I'm a good person. She's a good person. It is a good person. Why would you make us do that? You feel me? Because they keep fighting. They will keep fighting the victim as if it's the victim's fault. And it's really not it's not the victim's fault. It's just that they haven't. That's why I allow people to do what they do. I give them enough time. I do. I give them a whole lot of time. Like, grow up. Growing up does not necessarily mean having kids and being able to take care of the kids and having a house and everything else like that. That's nice to do. That's convenient. That's something that you want to have just to live comfortably. That's not growing up. Growing up is internal. Growing up is growing up as emotionally, know how to handle yourself. You feel me? That's growing up. You feel me? Because eventually, after a while, we lose all these things. You know what I mean? That is growing up. But anyway, man, they'll be mad at you for the things that they do to you. They will be mad at you for the things that they do to you. And they will only use things that you don't have to antagonize you and to compete with you and be like, look at what I got. You ain't got that. But these are all just little kids' tricks. That's like a little kid losing a game and he just take his basketball home. Like, you ain't got no basketball, nobody playing now. Cause you can't play. Yo, I done seen it all, man. I see little kids' activity a lot. You feel me? And you remember when we used to be in the park and we come in the park and there's one kid, there's always the white kid who has the basket. There's always the kid who cannot play basketball, who has a basketball. You feel me? It's always them niggas. Them niggas is always well prepared. They got the latest Nike. They shit look clean as fuck. They got the sleeves, they got the headbands and everything. They like, eventually, you know, you've been around long enough around the block, you're like, these niggas, this nigga can't play ball. Because a true ball player, nigga, we just throw on the shorts and our sneakers and we ready to go. What's up, nigga? Because that's what we do, nigga. We just throw on our sneakers, lace it up, bomb, shirt, shorts. We gonna ball. We ain't got time to wear Jordans with the matching socks with the. And you wanna look like a baller, but you wanna look a part, but you're not a part. Yeah. Now I mean, we see that shit from a block away, and these are the same niggas too. Once you start speaking the truth, they start taking the basketball away, and they like, fuck that. We gonna call the cops on you. We gonna antagonize you with sheriffs. We gonna tell them that you owe taxes, nigga. You got fees to pay. Then they bring the child involved. Then they got the car. Then they be like, you need to wear slippers because your shoe fake. Like anything that they can do just to make you feel the way they feeling. That's all it is, man. I'm not fooled by these niggas. Then when that shit don't work, they start making death threats. They want to attack your food. They want to hit you. It's a kid. These are just big kids with family, and they got their own. Niggas is kids. They're just childish. A big childish behavior. Like, it's just lame. And y'all niggas believe this shit. That's the crazy part. Oh shit, my bus is right there. Let me see what time. You feel me? Y'all believe this shit, man. But is this the significance of the things that you do? Let's get into conclusion, because I know I went off. I always do, because the information is too great. You feel me? Is the significance of the things that you do? You see, look at this. Hold on. Show y'all niggas right quick. Where is it? Sheriff and all that kind of stuff. They want to call the cops on you. They're like, he made me feel bad. I want him to die. I want him in jail. And all that gay shit they do. You feel me? Even they do homosexual things to you too. They try to sexually degrade you and drag you through public. It's all an examination of how they really feel inside experimentally. You feel me? They try to put you through the same test that they feel inside. That's all. How can I give you a test if it didn't come from me? You feel me? Anyway, man, this is what it is, man. These people do not know how to stop themselves from doing these things because they have no self-control. So instead of blaming themselves for easily falling into evil and acting on evil behaviors, they blame the victim for allowing them to do what they're doing. It's like, you allow me to do these things. If it's like a woman catching a man cheating and be like, you made me do it. Like, you know, you don't cook, you don't clean. I come home, this shit is all fucked up. So that made you go out and fuck another woman? How did that solve the problem that you had in the first place? You see, people like that will always blame the people that they hurt. They will never take ownership. Nigga, my hand in the sky, if I'm lying and I'm flying. You feel me? They will never take ownership. They will never do it. You feel me? And they're very petty. They don't let things go. They will never let things. They will take the basketball court and stab the basketball so nobody else can use it. Because guess what? They're not good enough. Instead of being like, yo, how is this nigga doing the things that he do? Let me learn from him. And I'm like, damn, I can learn from you too. Because in actuality, let it pass by. In actuality, I am the kid on the basketball court who know how to play ball, but I came unprepared. How can you come on the basketball court without your own basketball? I just came, roll out it, because I knew I had the abilities and the attributes to perform very well at the game that I'm going to. But yet I wasn't prepared. Yet here you are very prepared. You got the sneakers, the socks, the headbands, and everything else. You over there stretching, and you got the ball too. You feel me? You are very prepared, but you just not equipped to play the game that you prepared for. You have all the weapons and the tools and everything else, but you just don't have the ability to perform as well as me. And here I am with my God-given talents. I ain't even had to do nothing. I just woke up out the bed. Nigga ain't even take a shower. And I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about basketball-wise. Hopped out and I'm dropping 100 points with your ball, with your weapon. Instead of us, both of us saying, yo, you know what? Let's learn from each other. We can be great together than we fighting apart. You decided to go against me. You would stab the ball. You would throw the ball. You would pick up your ball and leave. You would act in agony and act very childish because you knew you couldn't compete with something that was greater than you. You knew you couldn't compete. That's why you had to go through all that preparation to make you look apart, to make you look like you can compete. You feel me? But when it come down to it and we come down to us playing, you couldn't compete. No wonder why you had to act and degrade yourself. Then when you lose, you start blaming me for the fact that you couldn't compete. Come on, man. This shit is easy to explain. It's extremely easy to explain. You see it for yourself. It's like 100 miles away. I see this shit coming. And the reason why? Because people don't take ownership for the things that they do. You feel me? Instead of us both learning from each other. You know I got the skills. You know I can ball. You know I can drop 50 anytime. You know I'm athletic. You know I do this without thinking. You feel me? It just comes easily. You feel me? You, on the other hand, you happen to throw in your Jordan shorts with the Jordan socks, with the Jordan sneakers, with the nice shirt on, with the sleeves, with the headband. You even got some rolls on the sleeve and everything else like that. You stretching. I'm like, God damn, nigga, you doing all this thing. This nigga's about to drop 150. Now, I'm placing my expectation on you, so I feel like I got to match you. Now, I'm out here dropping 100, and you're not even coming close to 100. You barely dropping 2 points. And I'm like, damn, you made me think that you was capable of doing these things, and you had me outperform you, thinking that you was going to match my intensity, and you made me overdo it. Now, I overkilled you in the competition. Now, you trying to overkill me in real life. You feel me? Niggas probably waiting in the car trying to hit you with the car so they can have a better competition against you. You feel me? I'm just using analogies, you feel me? This is what they do. So they know they can't beat you So they take the ball and everything else, but they know there's going to be another day where they got to come back to the playing field with the ball again because they have the money to buy another ball. Okay, cool. Boom. So you coming back again, but now you got to cheat. You got to make sure that you win this time. You don't want to lose like you lost the first time around because it was embarrassing. So this is the reason why they got to cheat now. This is the reason why they might offer you a drink with something in there. Now you can't perform at your best. They might hit you with a car. They might kick you in your leg. They would do everything to slow you down so you wouldn't be able to perform with them at the same level that you did the first time when they met you. They have to hate to win. This is the reason why they cheat you out of your stuff. This is the reason why they take from you. This is the reason why they will cut your shit. You feel me? They have to make you look bad so they can look good. Because the first time around, it was so devastating that they haven't stopped living that nightmare. You feel me? And now it look like you dropping your expectation is 100. You feel me? And now you reduce down to a 50 or a 60. And they're still not at a 10. But it looks like it's a competition because it's like you not meeting the expectation that you already put forward. You feel me? Now they cheating. They gotta cheat more because every day that pass by, it seems as if they can compete with you. You understand what's going on, right? You feel me? The significance of it all. This is what goes on. This is the reason why they got to cheat and do the things that they do. And they got to be fraudulent. They got to tell a different kind of story. Because it's all about cheating. They always trying to be in the same light with you, knowing that they're not even comparable to you. You feel me? I'm talking to myself and others. You feel me? And they might laugh and smile and everything, but they know that's true. There's a whole lot of truth to this. They know that's true. I'm speaking in layman's term. We ain't even mentioning no names. You feel me? We just talking in layman's term because we want you to come. I want to simplify it to the point where you can actually understand what is going on. You feel me? And they will take it to a whole nother level with the basketball. They'll make sure that you don't bring it. They'll make sure that they got 2 basketball. You feel me? They will enable you. They'll be like, oh, this nigga always got his basketball. I don't need to bring my basketball. Because you getting a basketball, guess what happens? You take them completely out the equation. You don't have to depend on these people. If I get my own car and I get my own plane and I get my own riches and everything else like that, what do I really need to depend on a person like this for? They wouldn't have to use the tricks that they use no more because they'll be out of the game completely. So they're going to stop you from getting your own basketball by enabling you and pulling you back and forth and pulling back and forth and trying to be like, okay, what does he need? If he needs money to get basketball, we're going to take that money away from him. We're going to short him on his change. If he needs to walk to the store, we're going to make sure that it's far away and we're going to kick him in his legs so he don't get to the store fast enough. So we are going to deplete him to the point where he doesn't want to try anymore. All because they do not want to face that first defeat that they had, B. This shit is crazy, B. I can't explain no longer than I can, man. Y'all niggas see me, man. When I tell you I'm somewhere, I am somewhere. You feel me? When I tell you I'm there, nigga. I don't have to make up lies. I don't have to deceive you. I don't have to take away from you. I don't have to blame you. Hold on, let's see. Excuse me, leaves at 5, right? Yes, I got 4 minutes. So I got 4 minutes with y'all. So this is what it is. I don't have to take away from you. I don't have to degrade you in any form to make myself feel good or look better than you. Because the only reason why you take away from somebody and you keep trying to hurt somebody and you keep trying to take away from somebody and you keep trying to just deplete or do anything to somebody because you are competing with that person and you want to look better than that person. So you have to do anything that you can to look better than that person, because you know if it was a playing field, you would blame it on God. Well, look at what God gave this guy. God made him this and God made him that, so I gotta do this and I gotta do that because that's the only way I can compete. You feel me? They will blame it on God. You feel me? And then they turn around when God doesn't work in their favor. They be like, I'm an atheist. You feel me? It's just excuse after excuses because it's like it's that trauma of losing. You feel me? So they want to put you through a whole lot of losses, and they can't figure out the reason why it doesn't affect you like the way it affected them. Then they be like, he doesn't care. People like that don't care. It's not that we don't care. We know what you're doing, so we choose not to care no more. It's like, yo, like, why would I keep fighting the same person and keep winning over and over and over and over? It is not fun no more. It is not fun anymore, you feel me? Because I know every time I compete against you, you're going to cheat. And every time I win, I know it's going to come with a lot of problems. So I just got to let you win. I be like, let him win. Please let him win. Because we're not going to hear the end of this, and he's going to keep crying and crying. So please allow this man to win so we can be at peace. Matter of fact, don't even compete with him. Don't let him win. Just don't even compete with him at all. Because that's not even a good behavior to go on. Allowing people to win. You feel me? So don't even compete anymore. Don't fight with the shoulder. Don't fight with the devil. Don't brush shoulders with the devil. Don't do none of that shit. You dig? Anyway, man, it is what it is. You already know what time it is. Dipset, One Eye Copper Status. Feel me? Because they lost. They went into hiding. Now they want you to go into hiding yourself. You feel me? Internally, they're still hidden. It's like a person. It's like a person jumping off a bungee jump, and they're closing their eyes and they're closing their eyes real deep, but forgetting that they're still in reality in it. They're trying to hide within themselves by closing their eyes, which does not even make sense. You feel me? But anyway, I gotta go, man.